Now, Iran has not reacted to the pause of Project Freedom, but after the initiative was first announced, it triggered the first Iranian attacks on ships in the Strait in nearly a month. Let's take a closer look at this standoff with Noam Raydan, senior fellow at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. Noam, thank you for your time today. So you are the co-creator of a map tracking maritime attacks. What are you seeing right now in the Strait?
Hello there. Thank you very much for having me again. It's very interesting. Yesterday, I was looking at the map in order to count how many attacks and incidents we've collected so far since the war began. And we have at least 40 attacks and incidents involving commercial ships since the war started in the region. As you and viewers can see on the screen, this is the map. If we zoom a little bit into it, we can see the Strait of Hormuz, and we can see several dots here. The red is what to focus on. These are commercial vessels which came under attack. You can see some vessels here like Sunmar Herald and another one close to it. These two even tried to leave the Persian Gulf in April, and Iran forced them to go back into the Persian Gulf. Wow. Iran used its gunboats in the strait in order to prevent those ships from leaving. So this is what we're dealing with in the strait. And up until now, ship owners, operators are still worried about transiting the strait because nobody knows how Iran will behave.
Yeah, understandably so. So if the U.S. were to resume those escorts, could that bring more traffic back to the Strait, or is everyone just waiting for this war to be over before they feel safe enough to transit the Strait?
Recently, I wrote in a piece that unfortunately Iran remains in the driver's seat, meaning they are controlling who leaves, who can leave, and who can enter the Persian Gulf. So Iran continues to control the movement of vessels as long as Tehran has this power to prevent and allow ships from moving in the region. Several ship owners and operators, even seafarers, will not dare cross the strait. What Iran is doing right now is it continues to shape this new navigational order it has created in the Strait of Hormuz since the beginning of the war. Even recently, they came up with a new authority. They called it the Persian Gulf Strait Authority in order to manage transit of vessels in the strait. So Iran has already established a new navigational order in this region. I don't see even its ramifications disappearing immediately, even if the war ends. And this is why, again, several ships remain ship operators and owners, remain worried about the situation. They have no security guarantees to leave. So this is where we are. And as I said earlier, Iran continues to control transit. It is true that at least 2 ships, U.S. flagged ships, managed to leave with the guidance from the U.S. Navy, but not everyone is able to do that.
Yeah, many other ships waiting for the chance to get by. We'll see what happens. Noam Raydan, thank you so much for your insight and your expertise. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course.